Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today a video on the more controversial than ever Sig P320 platform. Been in the news a lot over the past several years for NDs, and unfortunately there was a really bad one that happened, and it's been in the news more than ever in the past week or so. So I would take a minute, thought I would take a minute just to talk about Sig in general, the platform, and what they do going forward. I watched a very interesting video with Ian from Forgotten Weapons, and he posed some really good questions, and I'll post a link to his video below, that spurred just some thoughts to me, and I thought I would share that with you. And as always, love to get your feedback. What are your thoughts on the P320, Sig in general, or who should get contracts going forward if Sig loses the 320? But again, big Sig fan. My first firearm I fell in love with and bought was a Sig 226. Favorite gun to shoot's a Sig 210. I've carried a Sig 365 for a very long time, and I've got a couple of 320 platforms as well. This guy began his humble life as a P320X compact that I never carried with one in the chamber. And I currently have it configured as a full-size 9mm. I've also configured it this way with a 357 Sig with that caliber. So I do love the modularity of the P320 system. It's a fantastic shooter. I take to the range with a dot on there. It's a nail driver. So I've never had negligent discharge, but again, I don't use it as a weapon. I don't carry it loaded, and I don't have enough rounds to it to even have a problem, I don't think. So I do love the platform. I love Sig, but Ian's question was, how does Sig go forward now? These government contracts are very competitive, and with the controversy surrounding the 320 now, chances of being sued, chances of more NDs, do they lose the contract they have? And if they do, how do they get new contracts? Could the 320 be redesigned and reintroduced and win another contract? Or is this a chance for Glock to come back, or maybe someone like Walther or H&K to bring in their striker fire firearms for the US government? Don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens next, but I really hope Sig works it out. And the thing that Ian said that spurred the most thought in me was the 320 was an evolution of the old 250 system with the modular chassis system in there, where the serialized portion is just the fire control unit. The 365 is a different fire control unit designed differently. And the question Ian posed was, could the 320 series be replaced with the 365 series? And I thought that was a very good question, because the 320 series comes in multiple sizes and multiple calibers, at least it did, mostly 9mm now. The 365 series comes in multiple sizes and multiple calibers. Started life as a miniature gun, a lot smaller than this. I think the X Compact I bought here held 15 rounds, but was kind of chunky, where the XL that I showed you earlier was a little thinner but carried 12 rounds, wasn't quite as long. So I don't know that 365, I believe, is the best-selling gun in the world right now, and they make multiple versions of that. This is the X Macro Comp, which if I were to buy it again, I'd buy the X Macro without the Comp. But both guns in the standard configuration hold 17 rounds. Now there's a difference in sight radius, but so that's one big difference. But could Sig redesign the 365 series if they want a bigger, chunkier platform? Or do they need a bigger, chunkier platform? Again, both guns hold 17 rounds. You do have a longer sight radius, but with a dot. This guy, to me, is just as shootable as this guy. Maybe recoil is a little bit more, but they both have pick rails. They both have optics cuts. They both hold the same capacity. Or if Sig were to use the same fire control unit and put in a bigger chassis, could they make a gun this size without extended mag that held 20 to 25 rounds? Sig is really good at innovation, so I hope that maybe they figure it out and maybe the 365 becomes a thing. I also hope the 320 is going to sell dirt cheap so I can buy a lot more chassis, because I have tons of parts to put together to make lots of guns. But I thought it was a very interesting observation from Ian that could the 365 be replaced by, could the P320, be replaced by the 365 series? Could be. Again, multiple sizes, multiple calibers, multiple sizes, multiple calibers. They make more 365s today with more options than I can keep up with. I know that the standard version here comes with 17 rounds. You can buy 20 and 30 round options. Again, there's a 20 plus rounder, I think. But you can do the same thing for the X Macro. So again, they make these with extended mags as well. This one already holds 17 rounds. So that's my thought. Could Sig replace the 320 with the 365? Probably a good reason not, but I thought it was worth asking a question. We'd love to hear your feedback. Sound off in the comments, let me know what you think about that option. Or is a better option H&K, replacing it with the VP9. Big H&K fan, the VP9 is a great gun. Or maybe the Walther PDP. I live in Arkansas, Walthers are made in Arkansas, so that would also be very interesting, I think. So anxious to see what happens going forward. I hope Sig does figure something out though, because I love the company and I hope that this all gets sorted out. Thanks again for watching.